Hello friends, it's me, Mr. Proft again, coming to you from my guest bedroom here in my house in sunny Santa Monica, California. I'm going to do a couple things. The first thing I want to do with you is I'm going to read you a story, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about that story. The story doesn't have any pictures, so as I'm reading it, you're just going to have to use your imagination to think about what's happening. I want you to try to remember some of the details as we go along, and I will be asking you some questions at the very end. This story is called Fun with Gum. Fun with Gum. Do you like gum? I love gum. There's really two different kinds of gum I like a lot. The first is this gum called Bazooka Joe gum? What is it called? Bazooka gum. Yeah, it comes in little hard squares. It's wrapped. There's like a little comic book inside that you can read and a joke. I like that. I also really like these blow pops. You know, you unwrap it and there's like a candy sucker that you suck, and then you get to the middle and there's a really cool kind of nugget of gum in the middle that you can chew on for a while. That's one of my favorite kinds of gum. I'm sure you have others. Maybe you like Bubblicious. Maybe you like that stuff that the Big League Chew. That's really fun. I don't even know if they still have that. When I was a kid, we actually had candy cigarettes. They would come in like a pack of cigarettes, and you pull it out, and it would be gum shaped like cigarettes. Not something that we like kids to play with these days, but you know, this was a long time ago. I'm gonna go ahead and read this story. So pay very close attention. All right, I'm watching you. Are you paying attention? I hope so. All right, so this is called Fun with Gum, and it has a couple characters that we've read about before. It has Josh the rat and Chip the cat that we've mentioned in some of our previous stories. So here we go. Fun with Gum. Josh waddles out of his little rat hole to find some breakfast. The sun is so bright that he has to squint his little rat eyes to see the yellow school bus parked outside. The bus is empty. The kids must be visiting the museum for a field trip, Josh thinks. I bet there's lots of snacks on the bus. He scurries over to check it out. Josh squeezes through a little crack in the bus door. He sniffs around, but does not find anything. He's about to give up when something catches his eye. A skinny, pink blob. What is that? He asked. He picks it up with his little claw. Just as he's about to put it in his mouth, Chip climbs through an open window. I know you're a rat and all, but you must be really hungry if you're going to eat somebody's chewed up gum, Chip says. Gum? asked Josh. What's that? It's a kind of candy, Chip says. But you don't eat it. You just chew on it. Josh tries to put it down, but he can't. It's too sticky. It spreads his little claws apart, and the gum turns into sticky strings. Cats love strings, so Chip cannot help it. He has to play with it. Chip starts batting the sticky strings with his paws. Josh laughs as Chip rolls around and plays with the gum. Then they hear the children's voices outside. Chip and Josh leave the blob of glum on the floor and run out the bus door. They're still laughing about the sticky gum. Okay, so we just read that story. I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to tell the answers to your reading buddy, or your learning buddy, the grown-up or the older brother and sister who's helping you right now, okay? First of all, where does Josh the rat look for food? He comes out of his hole and he goes inside of something to look for food. What did he go inside of to look for food? It was the school bus, right? He came out of his hole and he went and he looked in the school bus. What does Josh find on the bus? He found something on the floor of the bus. What did he find? Tell your learning buddy. All right. He found a little bit of gum that somebody had chewed up and dropped on the floor. Ever found gum on the floor or gum underneath a chair? Gross. So that's what he found on the floor. So the author, the person who wrote the story, said that Josh waddles out of his rat hole. Josh waddles out of his rat hole. What do you think the word waddle means? If you waddle out of your rat hole, what's that mean? Tell your buddy. Waddling means you take sort of short little steps and kind of wiggle back and forth like that, kind of like a penguin would waddle, right? So Josh waddles. He kind of takes tiny little steps and kind of wiggles as he goes. What does the word scurry mean? At one point it talks about Josh scurrying across the floor. What does scurry mean? What do you think it means? If you scurry from one place to the next, if you scurry across the floor, what does scurry mean? Scurry means to run really fast. Take really quick steps. You're scurrying, you're running really quick. To race or to dash across the floor. How do Josh and Chip know they have to get off the bus? Remember, Josh, the rat, and Chip, the cat, are playing with the gum, and then something happens and they know, oh my gosh, we got to get off this bus really quick. What made them get off the bus really quick? What did they hear? Yeah, they heard the voices of the kids. The school bus was empty because the kids were off on a field trip, and now they were coming back, and the rat and the cat knew we don't want the kids to catch us on the bus, so then they had to scurry their way out. Okay, good job listening and thinking and recalling a story. What we're going to do right now, I'm going to reset the camera here to where you're looking at the desk, and we're going to read another version of this story that you can read with your learning buddy. Okay, see you in a second. Okay, and here we are again. We're back. This time I've got the camera pointed at my desk. This is the desk in my guest bedroom here in sunny Santa Monica, California. It's a super old desk. I think the desk might be almost 80 years old, and you can see a couple spots where a long time ago somebody put down a cup of coffee or maybe some hot chocolate and it left a stain on the desk. I kind of like the way that looks. Sometimes when things get very old, they look cooler, and I certainly think this desk looks very, very cool. So a little while ago, I read to you this version of Fun with Gum, and it has no pictures, and it's got a lot of big words in it. This would be kind of difficult for most of you to read on your own. What I have here is an easier version of the story. I'm going to read this to you one time all the way through, or actually you and I are going to read this together. After I'm done, on the next slide, there is this same book is printed, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to read this book to your learning buddy. That's going to be your job today. If possible, maybe your learning buddy could help you print this out. If you can't print this out, that's okay. Just read it from the computer to your learning buddy. And then, if you need books, don't forget you can go on Epic Reading and you can read books there, but try to read every day. That's my advice to you. So here's the title of the story again. It says Fun with Gum. Fun with Gum. All right. N with gum. Fun with Gum. And there's our two characters. There's Chip the cat and Josh the rat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to point to each word as I say it. Maybe you could try reading it together with me. I think that'd be an awesome idea. The sun is up. The sun is up. There you go. It's a nice illustration of the sun being up. The rat can see the bus. The rat can see the bus. He is in the bus. He is in the bus. There he is. He's snuck under the school bus. Chip is in the bus. Chip is in the bus. And there's Chip. And he's in the bus too. And see, there's the big blob of gum. Remember, they start playing with it. Remember, it sticks to Josh's fingers and it makes like strings. And the cat really likes to play with strings, so the cat starts playing with it. And the text right here says, "The gum is fun." The gum is fun. And then here at the end, Chip and the rat run. Remember, they heard the school kids and they decided they had to run. Chip and the rat run. So this story has a lot of words that are our scoop words, right? Our special words, our high frequency words. Words like the and is. Words like see and can. And let's get stuck on some stuff here. He is in the bus. A lot of our words there. So knowing our scoop words, knowing our high frequency words, will help us be even better readers of stories. So let's go ahead and maybe while I have you here, we can practice this one time. It's always good to get in some practice here. I'll take a look at we'll look at the scoop words. When you see the word on the screen, I want you to say it to your learning buddy. Let's go ahead and practice those one time through. Here we go. This is like, do, is, was, it, I, see, to, has, up, the, can, she, he, you, a. There you go. You and your learning buddy should have made some flashcards, and you should be practicing these so that you know these words. Bazinga. You can just see it, you know exactly what it is. Okay, so we read Fun with Gum. We read a decodable, easy version of Fun with Gum, and we practiced our sight words. So good job today. Well done, and keep moving forward.